Good morning, friends. It's Becky. Welcome back to my channel. On my channel, I am going through my good midlife crisis, where I'm journeying through my 40s, working oh so hard to get my poop in a group. In order to do this, I have been working on my physical, my financial, and my mental health. And today is Friday, June the 20th. And I am going to be doing a financial health check-in. I am going to be budgeting out the money that you see above my head, $2,971.02, and I am going to be doing that in the app that you see surrounding me, an app called YNAB. I have finally responded to all of the comments. So if you are returning, welcome back, y'all. Thank you so much for being patient with me and continuing to come back and watch my videos, give me the likes, comment on my videos. I love you. I appreciate you. I do read all of your comments, and I know I'm very slow at commenting back, but I do read them and I do appreciate you. And I know that there has been a lot of debate about the whole YNAB changing their name to just YNAB and no longer being You Need a Budget. And I saw the whole debate, the whole discussion going on about the book. I saw it when it was happening, and then I reread it last night about the book, and I can't even remember the name now, but I kind of want to read that book now that y'all were talking about. I also kind of don't, so I'm torn. Like, I'm interested in hearing other people's opinions. I'm not the type of person that's like, this is how I think, and so the end. I'm always interested in hearing other people's opinions. Like, I kind of want to read it for that reason, but I also kind of feel like it might make me angry, and I don't want to be made angry. I like being happy, but I also kind of want to hear their opinions. So I don't know. I'm kind of torn. Let me know what you think if you read it. Like, I'm going to find the name of it. I gotta go find in my comments, find the name of it. Anyway, if you're new, welcome back. I mean, if you're new, welcome. I'm so excited you're here. I hope that you enjoy this content. If you are a budgeter or new to budgeting, welcome. Welcome to the family. We do budgeting here. We also do a lot of chatting, a lot of talking, a lot of catching up and just talking about my life. My raise hit, y'all. I got my raise and I am so excited. It is not quite, but almost $200 more a paycheck than what I was making, which is fantastic. This week, it's kind of absorbed into overspending because my puppy Charlie ate a lot of stuff. He has officially entered his I'm going to eat all the wires, and there's Nathan calling me. He knows I film videos on Friday mornings. I don't know why he calls me every Friday. I waited for him to leave so I could start filming, and now he's calling me. He's officially entered the I'm going to chew everything I can put my mouth on phase of puppyhood. And yeah, he's doing that. And so I had to buy all new wires, like charging wires. I am having to buy a new like roller thing that I use to get the it's just telling me I missed a call. To get the dog fur off of couches and the cat fur off of couches. I had to buy that. I had to buy more. I just had to buy a whole bunch of stuff off of Amazon this last week because he wasn't doing that last week. Last week he was having accidents. This week he hasn't had any accidents, well, like in this last week, but now he's chewing everything. Oh, and he also chewed up my shoes, but that was a couple weeks ago. Shoes he's been chewing. Wires are new. So I did overspend and have to buy a whole bunch of stuff on Amazon. So like $100 of my check has already gone to buying new wires. But that's just this week. Hopefully going forward, it won't be on that. But I haven't sat down and worked out my plan going forward for that. I haven't had a chance to do that yet. But I did book a cruise. If you're not new, I talked about that last week. The cruise is not until January, and I did create a whole category in YNAB for that cruise. And so I am not going to be able to like really fill the categories this month since I didn't do it until the middle of the month. But YNAB is amazing because it will fill the categories for you, like tell you, it won't fill the it's not going to assign money for me, but it will tell me what I need to put into those categories. If I don't fill them this month, it will auto adjust like what I need to put in there going forward. So I know that, and so if I don't meet my goals this month, which I don't anticipate meeting them this month, it will adjust my targets for next month and then going forward, which is what will happen. Today is the last week. This is going to be the last week of June for me. Technically, next Friday will still be June, but it will be the end of June, and I decided to make June a 4-week month and July a 5-week month. One, July is my favorite month of the year because it's my birthday, and two, I didn't have 5 weeks worth of pretty stickers from the Budget Mom, so for June, so I ordered another set of stickers from her for July, and I'll have 5 weeks of those. So when I set up my July budget, I guess this weekend, because next week starts my July budget, I will, can you see me? Like, this computer is kind of sitting on top of my work computer a little bit. Like, the edge of it is sitting on the edge of my work computer. And so when I lifted this book up, it's lifting up and down. Anyway, I have a couple of bills to get in here. What is this? I haven't overspent, but I'm pretty sure it's just a bill that hit today that's like supposed to come out today. But I don't have anything on here from the 20th. What was supposed to come out today? Oh, it's my music. But I don't have it on here. It's $8 and something cents. I didn't put that into here. I'll fill it when we get there. I have enough money. I just didn't put it on my plan because I don't think it was when I wrote out this plan I hadn't done the music. The music is for Wondershare for Filmora for the editing software that I use. I decided to do a licensing for music so that I can add music to my vlogs. And I could add them to these videos, but these videos I don't really do much editing for. I just kind of talk at y'all for 45 minutes and then post it. And then, but the vlogs I do have to do editing for, and I add music to some of them. So I'm going to shrink myself down into the corner, and we will get started on this week's vlog. Nope, we will get started on this week's budget because it is already 7:15. Because as I said, I waited for Nathan to leave for the day before I started this video. And now I need to get to work. So, how are y'all? How's your week been? I hope you've had a good one. Do you have any fun weekend plans? I don't. Finally, I don't have anything planned for this weekend. I did get all my house cleaning done. My nephew did come in and see me last Saturday. I did buy him a mattress. So I discussed the fact that I wanted to buy my nephew a mattress on Saturday when he was coming in. And I did buy him a mattress. This boy picked out the cheapest mattress in the entire store because he liked it. Like, that's just the one he wanted. And so I bought it for him. But then because it was so cheap, I ended up buying my mom a mattress. And I don't know if I mentioned. Let me take a check. I got my homemade iced coffee this morning. But my mom has had health issues. And I know I've mentioned these before. Like, she's had some blood clots recently. And she's been on home health, like getting leg wraps and stuff. Like wound care. And I've gone with her to some doctor's appointments. I've been really worried about her. And she needs to keep her legs elevated, like, all the time. Like, she should, if she's not standing, which she shouldn't do much of with the blood clots, she should have her legs elevated. But she just doesn't have the bed to do that. And she sits in a recliner when she's sitting and she keeps her legs elevated there. But in bed, she can't do it. And she's had the same mattress forever. Like, she just doesn't buy a new mattress. So I went to Mattress Firm with my nephew because that's where I have my mattress from. And I already had a line of credit with a lot of available credit because my bed was very expensive. I've already more than half paid it off. So I had quite a bit of available credit there. I went in with a number that I was planning to spend. I didn't even come close to spending a quarter of what I was planning to spend on his mattress. So with the sale that they were running, also I didn't mention my mom has been using a mattress topper on her mattress and it slid off of her bed like a couple of weeks ago. And because it slid off, she slid off and she spent hours on the floor one night trying to get up, like off of the floor, and she couldn't get up off of the floor, and she refuses to bring her phone into her room with her. I don't know why. I think it's just a generational thing. Like, my mom is 78. In her mind, she doesn't bring her phone into her room. The phone stays in the living room, and that's where it goes. It doesn't go into her bedroom. And she keeps telling me there's no need. And I'm like, obviously there's a need, because if you fall out of bed in the middle of the night, Chad, if you fall out of bed in the middle of the night, you need to be able to call somebody to help you. Chad. Anyway, it upsets me. But she did finally eventually get up, but it concerns me that she's still using that mattress topper, because she didn't actually fall out of bed. The mattress topper just slid out of bed, and that took her with it. She needs to be in a mattress that doesn't require a mattress topper. So I bought my mom a new mattress, since I didn't spend even a quarter of what I was planning to spend. So I bought my mom a new mattress, and then we're running a promotion with the free adjustable base. The adjustable base was just the the basic base, that it only lifted the head. I didn't care about my mom's head being lifted. I mean, it's nice. It's a nice feature, but I really needed her feet to be lifted. So they worked it out where they took the price of that off of the nicer adjustable base all together with delivery and everything. I still spent about what I was planning to spend on the 2 mattresses, the adjustable base, the delivery, the setup, the haul away, everything, for my mom and my nephew to have new mattresses. My mom's bed is there. It's all set up. And I'm going to increase my Mattress Firm payment now going forward. But it's still like pending on my Mattress Firm card. So it won't be this month, which we'll budget out today, but it'll be going forward from starting in July. I'll start making extra payments. And I'm going to increase it even more than what my extra payments are. Like, it would go from right now making $80 a month payments. I think it would be like another $90. So it would be like $170 or something. I'm just going to increase it to $200. I'm just going to start making $200 payments a month. $200 a month payments. Do you need to go outside, baby? Do you need to go outside? Guys, I'm going to pause. I'm going to go let my puppies outside, and then I'll come right back, and we will get started. Okay, I think I'm recording again. So, had to let them out, and then I called Nathan back, since he had called me. He just got back from LA, not last night, but Sunday night. And Sunday night? What night did he get back? Wednesday night. And he is sick, like sick as a dog. And he needs to make a doctor's appointment. But he's at work instead, so he's on his way to work. Anyway, I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, I was talking about the mattresses. So yeah, I'm going to be making extra payments, like extra payments. So I increased what I actually owe, but then I'm going to increase my payments since I can now, and then I'll just get it paid off a little bit earlier. Also, I'm going to, once I'm done like funding my cruise, I'm going to start paying off my Best Buy card more aggressively. Excuse me. And then I guess after that, that'll be everything I have debt-wise. So I will start paying off my car. I'll start putting extra toward my car. That'll be that. That's my plan. And then everything else will just start going to savings. So I'm excited. Okay, let's budget, shall we? Because it's already 7:23, and I do have to still go make breakfast and get to work. My new person started on Tuesday. She's amazing. She is fitting right in, just like I thought she would, just like I hoped she would. She's picking it up. It's only been a couple of days, but everybody I've talked to that she's talked to is like, yes, she's great. I'm loving it. I know I talked last week about moving all my extra money to donations from groceries. Because I had the puppies here by myself for the last week, did all of my grocery shopping via delivery, which it's just because I didn't want to keep putting Charlie in the crate, and I had to keep putting him in the crate. He spent all Saturday in the crate. Sunday, I didn't put him in the crate at all because I felt bad that he was in the crate all day Saturday. And it was after Sunday, he had chewed up that whole puppy pad. I found that. And then that's when I started finding like different things chewed up around the house. And I was like, yeah, I need to stop leaving him out. And so I started getting like it was just a couple of things here and there. I have a favor membership. It's $10 a month, and then they give me a $10 off my HEB orders. So it kind of evens itself out. Because HEB is where I do all my grocery shopping, and HEB owns Favor. But you can do small up to 12 items from HEB delivery with free delivery. They upcharge a little bit of what like you pay for the items, but only like 50 cents or something per item, and then you have to pay a tip. So I paid a little bit extra for my groceries this week so that I didn't have to put Charlie in the crate to go to the grocery store when I needed to do that. So I had like 2 deliveries. So I spent a little bit extra on groceries this week. So I have 11 cents left. But I'm still going to move that to donations. Some weeks I'm going to have $25 left, and some weeks I'm going to have 11 cents left. But whatever is left in my grocery budget at the end of the week, I'm going to move to donations. And at the end of the month, which will be at the end of this week, I'm going to put it on a gift card and give it to that family. It might not be much, but I'm sure it will help. So every week for dining out, I give myself $50. For groceries, I give myself $125. For collegial expenses, I give myself $80. For coffee, I give myself $25. I did not use all of it last week, but I will still leave it there because maybe I'll use extra this week. For fun money, since my raise went through, I am going to up this to $25. It was $15, now it'll be $25. Since this is a paycheck week, every paycheck week I give myself $25 for gas, and I was giving myself $25 for self-care. It will now be $50 for self-care since I got my raise. Pet expenses, household, YouTube expenses, stuff I forgot to budget for, those are all just once a month. So next week when I do the first week of July, I will budget those out, but those have already been budgeted for June. I'm not going to budget them. Once a month, these are my bills. So we do have bills to budget. As I said, music licensing, I forgot to put this on my plan, but it did hit today on the 20th. So I'm going to put $8.32 toward that. Mattress Firm, I pay $80 a month right now. Next month it will go up. Audible, this is my last month of the promo price. I'm paying 99 cents, which is $1.07 with tax. I have been listening to audiobooks. Y'all, I mentioned that I started listening to Dungeon Crawler Carl at the recommendation of my friend Kay and then my friend Ginny. I have like 30 minutes left of the last book in the series that's out on Audible. I have like binge listened to this entire series. I love it. And I'm very, very sad that it's almost over. I mean, there will be more books, I hope, but they're just not available yet. And I'm very sad that I have to wait for more books. Boo. Anyway, Favor, this is, like I said, I have a Favor membership. It comes out on the 23rd. Again, it's not on here either, but it is, what did I say? It's $10. So what is $10 plus tax? $10 plus tax is, let me math, 10 times 0.0825. 10, Becky Van Pelt. 10 times 0.0825 plus, that's 1085, I guess. 10, I'm just going to budget $11 and we'll figure it out. I'm going to add $11 there. And then internet is due $80.55. Cinemark is due on the 26th. This is the last day. So this budget goes from a Friday, which is today the 20th, through next Thursday, which is Thursday the 26th, which is my friend Kristen's birthday. And I don't think she watches all of my videos, but in case she catches this one, happy birthday, Kristen. Cinemark, again, this is my movie theater membership. This is $6.48. I have a balance remaining on my Citi card. This is a 0 interest balance. I am paying it off. It's almost done. I pay $150 a month toward it. And then rent. I'm going to go ahead and budget rent. It's not technically due till the 1st. It's only the 20th, but I know what I'm going to owe about. And I just wanted to figure it out so that I would know how much money I have, since I won't have another paycheck before then. Because I only get paid every other week. I do budget weekly, but I'm only paid every other week. So this paycheck, I won't have another paycheck again until I don't know, something of July. The 4th of July. I guess I'll probably get it on the 3rd of July. Well, my paychecks always go in on the Thursday anyway. So I won't have another paycheck until the 3rd of July. So I will pay rent out of this paycheck. So it doesn't matter if I budget it this week or if I budget it next week, but I put it in this week's budget just so I could figure out how much money I had left to roll over. So what I have to pay for rent is this month, right? Yeah. Rent is going to be $588.69. So my rent is actually $500. And then I pay some bills, Nathan pays some bills. We put it all into this magical app called Splitwise, and it does this whole, takes it all, shrinks it down, and tells me what I actually owe him. Takes what I paid minus what he pays and tell me how much I owe him. I'm going to snooze this target since I budget $650. I tell it to ask me for $650 because sometimes I owe him more than this, and sometimes I just want to make sure I am planning for enough. Since I know what that number is, I'm not gonna put $650 in there since I know I'm only going to owe $588.69. And then water, again, this is the same thing. I always budget $120 because that was the highest it's ever been. It was like $118. It is higher than normal because we put down some sod at the beginning of last month and we've been watering it pretty frequently. So it's $112.20 this month. Normally it's around $98, $100. But this is right up there with why I budget higher than my normal rates are, because sometimes it will be high. So this is higher than normal. If I were to put this down to $105, because it's not normally ever over $102, I would have not budgeted enough when I did my actual plan this month. So by budgeting $120 in my plan, I make sure that I have enough money. And now it's a nice, I have an extra $8 in my budget, and look, I have an extra $50, $60 in my budget for this one, because I planned extra when I made out my plan. Okay, those are my bills. And then Nathan lent me money to pay off my American Express card because it was coming up on the time that my interest-free period was ending. And instead of me trying to rush and pay it all off, he just paid it for me and I am paying him back. And so I pay him back $500 at a time. And I just include that with my rent. So for some reason, even though I just filled rent, I've already lost it. So I'm paying him $588.69 for rent, but then I'm including another $500 to pay him back for the American Express loan that he gave me. So I will actually, when I transfer him money, send him $1,088.69. $500 will be for the loan, $588.69 will be for rent. And that is what I have for bills, what I have for my variable expenses for this week. And then the only other things that I have are, I am going to put $100 toward my cruise. Doesn't really matter where I put it. None of these are going to get filled by that. So I'm just going to go ahead and put it toward my booking. Just put it there. Doesn't really matter where I put it. And then, I am going to do my great nibblings. I have my baby Joe, and I say this every 2 weeks, but in case you are new, these are my nephew's children. So baby Joe is 2 years old, and I am saving his age. So every week I save $2, which means every paycheck I save $4. So I'm going to save $4 for him. Baby Jet is 1. So I save $1 every week or $2 every paycheck. And Sweet Ellie is about almost 4 months old now. So I save $1 every week for her or $2 every paycheck. And that's it. That's everything I have to budget out this week. And that leaves me $944.71 to roll into next week, because again, I won't have a paycheck next week. So this is the money that when you come back next week to watch me budget, this is what I will have to budget with. Since this is a zero-based budgeting system, I don't want to leave this up here, sitting up here and ready to assign. So I have a category called next week that I will assign this money to. So I'm going to assign $944.71 to be next week's budget money. That's what this is. So that is ready to go. All of my money has been given a job. It is ready to go. I have a plan for my money, and I am all set to go enjoy my weekend, get my Friday all out of the way. Y'all, my boss is fixing to go to Europe for 2 weeks. She leaves tomorrow. We have month-end close, not this next week, but the week after, so she won't be here for it. It's all good. It's all good. I've got this. I've got this. We can do it. And Libby, I hope that you are doing well. I hope that you find employment. I know of everybody I know that you are the most prepared. But I really hope that it works out for you and you're enjoying your downtime and you're able to find something. Everybody, I love you all so much. Thank you again so much for all of your support and for being here and coming back and watching me and supporting me. Your comments, your likes. I love you and I appreciate you all so much. I will talk to y'all later. Bye.